Hello, everybody. Welcome to a first on the channel, a first player career mode to ever be posted on the channel, actually. And it's not my first time playing this game mode, but it's always a game mode that I love to play. As soon as Ultimate Team starts dying down, and I want to do something besides grind squad battles and champs. And so I come here, I come to player career mode. I try to set up some sort of reflection of myself to the player and the style. Not necessarily the aesthetics and the face and all that, but I try to make it some sort of challenge, some sort of fun in it, because we gave ourselves an old age. We're like 24 at the start of the season, and we get to be 25 around the middle of the season, and that puts a lot of pressure because you don't necessarily see a lot of old people come into the game. And I say old, but I mean like old for a career in football. So we make them old, we make them a big weight, so his agility and balance needs to be improved, so it makes it a lot harder to get through opponents, especially when we start upping the difficulty in a lot of these scenarios. For right now, we're just adjusting all the stuff that we wanted. It's not really much to do here besides change a lot of the looks of it, and there's a couple things I like to do with in terms of the visuals. I like to keep it like very kind of traditional, like a tucked in shirt. I would change the tucked in shirt to a more casual, like untucked, tight to the skin for the player, depending on like what team we're on, or if I'm getting better in stats and key areas and stuff like that. So I like to do a lot of cosmetic changes throughout the seasons or throughout the career, depending on like what feels appropriate. Like certain celebrations you wouldn't do at low levels, but you would do at high levels, in my opinion. An obvious example would be the Ronaldo celebration. Like you wouldn't do that in like tier 4 in England. Like you would do it for a funny moment, but like not as a signature thing. You would do that in the top flight of any of the top 5 leagues and stuff like that. So in choosing the actual team, that was kind of like the hardest thing to pick, because I wanted to start with Accrington Stanley, because that was like a team that I used like some years ago when they were like in the bottom, and I would just pick them just because they were there. There wasn't really any like connection or anything because I'm not from England, and I just thought they were cool as a kid, so I picked them. But now they're up a division, and I wanted to start at the very bottom. And so looking through all the teams, I was like, I don't know which one to pick. So I started looking at the kits, and then I found the Stevenage kit, and I was like, we'll just pick it because it's got Burger King on it. And so right there you see the breakdown of the difficulty based on what tier of football we're in. World Cup is at the absolute top, because in my opinion that is like the pinnacle of winning something. Like it's the highest thing you could probably win, and it's probably the most difficult one, because you need to have a really tight bond with the players in order to succeed and go very far, unless you're friends. And so it breaks down from there. UCL is the second difficulty. It's on legendary because, in my opinion, it is the hardest trophy you could win for a club, which is why I like the stuff that Zidane did in real life with Real Madrid, winning three back to back is just absolutely insane. And it goes lower from there. Prem is world class, but it's not necessarily just the Prem. It's like any top 5 league will be played on world class, because the idea is the AI likes to sit back on world class, so it makes a lot more sense that some teams would be playing more defensively than offensively, but world class is also good. In terms of attacking, they're not gonna come up to your side of the pitch and just like blast it over the bar. They're gonna score that, compared to amateur. And here we actually get started on the gameplay. This is the first match of preseason, and I don't know what kind of games I wanted to record. All I know is I do want to make it 2 months per episode, just so it seems a bit faster. The episodes will be long, but they will encompass 2 months, just so there's like a lot of stuff to go over. It's not really much else to talk about in terms of like outside. The difficulty right now should be on amateur, because it's preseason. The teams aren't really like trying too hard, but once the league starts, we do still keep it on amateur, except for when certain cups show up. I might have messed that up for these 2 months, because there's some teams that are like within our league that we face, so it's like I can't necessarily make the cup a harder difficulty if it's a team we face in a league on a lower difficulty. But maybe I change that for the future, because there's UCL and then there's the Europa League, and so technically, even if you face those certain teams, some teams are easier, quote unquote, but some teams you face in your own league. Some teams you don't face, and they're like UCL level. Like if you face Arsenal in the UCL versus the Europa League, it should be around the same difficulty in a career mode, in my opinion. So yeah, this is just pretty early on. We should pretty much just blaze through the league here, and this pretty sure this is the final for this European Shield. And if it's not, there might be one more. But yeah, the European Shield should be like all preseason, so there should be some form of celebration soon-ish. Because then we got league gameplay, because we're in League 2, obviously, with Stevenage, and I don't know. I feel like early on it's gonna be a bit boring, because it's pretty easy to just like mess around with the defensive AI, because they leave so many gaps, and it's like sometimes it's really easy to run. Sometimes it's actually really hard to, because of the body type we just built. Like right here, it took forever for me to like turn and actually do something with the ball, which it's a bad thing depending on what kind of player you are. But for us, it works out because we got a penalty, and yeah, that was a pretty unnecessary foul. Even for like the computer, that was like totally unnecessary. And then we go for the chip penalty, the Panenka, and yeah, we scored that 3-0. It's pretty done deal. I don't think there's much else in this game. Another thing that we tend to do a lot, especially early on, to make like the games go faster, is I only play like the first half, so I try to like go all out on the first half and then get subbed off, or just jump to the result at the end, and that helps the games go by faster, helps the month go by faster. And it's less stuff that I have to record because we have the game set on fast and 4 minutes, so the games actually go by pretty quick, and that helps us out because if we only want to play one half, then we only have to do that, and it goes by pretty quick. It's like it is 4 minutes, but it feels much faster than that. And the one thing I do have with this, I guess, issue is that if you put the minutes too low, the games go by too quick. But like, it makes sense when you score goals compared to like an IRL game. You know, you're never gonna you don't tend to see like players scoring in the first, second, and third minute too often. And right here, this actually got me triggered because we didn't win the player of the tournament, even though we scored like literally 12 goals, helped win the thing, and we got nothing besides the trophy. These little cutscenes I actually like. They make you feel more like you're the player in there. You know, you're watching yourself walking through that. Obviously, it's that suit in the little bag I probably wouldn't be wearing. It'd probably be something different, but hopefully for the next FIFA, there's a little bit more of those cutscenes, because you know, as much as career mode is about watching the game and playing the game, like there are certain things that have to be included for it to feel like it's you, or for it to feel like you're the manager of a club that's climbing the ranks and stuff like that. And whenever it's like repeated scenes, because we do see that jacket scene, or that scene of me walking in with a suit in the bag, we do see that a lot. So it'd be nice to have like at least 6 different variations, because it's not like they need player models for this. I'm pretty sure, because they just generate it themselves. They don't need like a mocap or anything, I'm pretty sure. Unless they do, which, I mean, if they do, then I guess it would be a bit harder to make more of those cutscenes, but I mean, hopefully we get some new cutscenes, because those cutscenes, I'm pretty sure, were not in the previous FIFA. And like I said, I always do a player career mode at the end of the cycle, just to see if there's any differences. One thing I do have to mention is the training for right now is set to NA. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't have a score for any of the training, so when I go in there, it tells me it's going to train on the highest difficulty ever achieved, or the highest score ever achieved, and that's a D instead of an F. I don't know why, but it's on a D, so we're going to get Ds on every single training for the rest of the season. And I think once we get our first transfer, depending on what team it is, I'll either improve the training results myself or keep them the same way, because I think we started as like a 67 rated player, and now we're at like 70, 71, and we're like not even halfway through the season. So, you know, getting D's is not that it's not that worrying. Obviously, maybe because of our age, it might be worrying, because we wouldn't be growing as much, and when we get older, the growth kind of just like becomes negligible even if you do get A's on the training results. But maybe they changed that for this year. I don't know. We'll have to find out in the later episodes in the later seasons. So yeah, we get the match ball here. 13 shot attempts, which should indicate to you guys that I am basically just playing around, taking shots from wherever I can, unless I get into 1v1s, in which case I try to always set them in. This other cutscene is new, and I like it. I don't know if it's on old gen, because I'm playing on the next gen, quote unquote, the next gen for FIFA 21, which is why it looks different compared to old gen. It's very noticeable when you play both versions. And I don't know why, like, it just looks different. I haven't looked into why it looks different. I just know visually that's what I see. And here, I just have no idea, like, how do I miss that? I genuinely could not tell you. Like, it is the easiest goal of my life, and it just goes centimeters wide. And God, I hate myself. And it's the Carabao Cup too. The Carabao Cup, the cup that everybody's like, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup. So, we're not too pressed about it. And I think we kept the difficulty at amateur, even though we probably should have put it a little bit higher because it's Birmingham City. Look at this finish! Oh my God! How do I finish that but not the other one? That's absolutely ludicrous. But like I said, I probably should have put a bit more difficulty on this one just because of the team we're facing. But obviously, I'll be much more mindful later in the season, because another trophy we find out for next episode is the Papa John's trophy, which I do remember Papa John's having a trophy, but like, why does Papa John's have a trophy, man? That's hilarious. And the one thing I am learning about from playing this player career mode is the goalkeeper animations here are a lot more different than the ones in Ultimate Team. And I have no idea why that is. Some of these keepers are making saves that in Ultimate Team they would just like go in, and like I don't get it sometimes. And here, it's a close shot, but I don't mind that we missed this. It's on our left foot. It's on our weaker foot. I don't think we have the 4-star weak foot yet. It might be on 2-star. I actually haven't checked that yet. I've been just going in game after game, just so we can get through the season quicker, and then like maybe at the end of the season we'll see things that we unlocked. And here it is again, same cutscene, just different background. We got another match of the Carabao Cup versus Middlesbrough, and look at that, Joe Gomez to Barcelona. That's a weird transfer, especially knowing what the stuff that's happening IRL with Barcelona. That is a hilarious transfer. And here, the AI just plays with itself and just like scores, because why not? Why not? Here, another shot with our left foot. It's not that great. And I'm pretty sure I hit finesse on this, and he just like shot it through. So I don't even know anymore. And yeah, what else we got? Yeah, the season should be pretty easy breeze to go through. And again, the AI here doing an unnecessary tackle, just like the last couple games. And this is on amateur, so I don't even know how the AI is like making these dumb tackles. But here we score an even better pen than the Panenka, in my opinion. Off the post into the side net. That's crazy. It's crazy for me at least. And with that being said, this is the end of the gameplay for this episode. So that means we've gone through September, not September. We've gone through July and August. And here I just put together some of the screenshots I got throughout these 2 months of some of the deals that have gone through. There's some pretty surprising deals, and I don't even understand like the thought process. Like, I know I should have probably closed this window and had the window open for next season, but this makes it a lot more interesting because clubs will go for players that they need very early on versus like players that they want in the later windows, and that, you know, it creates a little bit of interesting dynamics and stuff like that. Like Jamie Vardy going to Liverpool, we'll never ever see that in real life. Some of the previous ones, like Jesus to Barcelona, Luke Shaw to PSG, this is absolutely nuts. Joseph Martinez to Everton, I don't even know what they're doing with Richarlison over there. And this Real Madrid went huge this window. They got Harry Kane and they got Leon Goretzka, and that to me is absolutely nuts because that means they're probably gonna win the Champions League in the season that Chelsea won the Champions League, technically, because we're still in 2020 and 2021. We haven't gone to the new season. Because, you know, we like to play in this season because it separates the real world from this fantasy world that we're creating with us being at Stevenage. And yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. We'll have what is it? July, August, September, and October. Yeah, so we'll have September and October for the next episode. I'll probably try to keep it smaller than this. I just wanted to have the full length because we have to start everything and explain some of the things. Lazio getting Genie is actually dumb, but I guess Serie A is for old people. But, you know, that's just my opinion on some of these things, which, you know, you don't have to agree with. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody can formulate their own thoughts and have their own sayings on a lot of things. You know, Serge Aurier going to Dortmund is like the dumbest thing Dortmund could have possibly done. Like, I don't even know if they sold Hakimi in this yet. Because Hakimi goes to PSG in this window, in real life. This was absolutely crazy. Varane going to Liverpool. I am actually in shock. Could you imagine Varane and Van Dijk together in a backline for Liverpool? That is absolutely, like, I don't even know if Real Madrid are gonna win the Champions League this season. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. I don't know. I have no words for this. But look at that total spent. That's in dollars, by the way. We have the currency set in dollars because I'm from America and we use dollars here. And Inter getting Guedes. That's a pretty nice deal. Although 78 million sounds expensive as hell. I don't even know how old he is. So look at that. Stefan Savic going to Manchester United. Bit of a weird one. Elvedi to Sociedad. That's a good deal. 26 doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, and so now we're counting down to the final hour. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this very, very, very long video. Hopefully the next one will be shorter than this, but hopefully the next one has some entertaining goals. I'll try to keep it shorter than this one, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, leave a like and I'll make sure to crank out more.